If you enjoy the content on this channel and would like to help me out with the production of more content for this channel, then please consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description down below.
Okay.
Hello everybody, this is SeetherCord and welcome to my 4,000 subscribers Q&A special. Oh my god. First of all, I just want you guys to know thank you all so much for helping us hit 4,000 subscribers so quickly, like really. My BLFC video about the little girl who got harassed has been getting tons of views as of lately, and it just pretty much confirms that I am a terrible person because I like to profit off of the fact that little girls get harassed by grown men. But anyways, I asked you guys also in my Discord server announcement video that I will be doing a Q&A, and you guys have left about 30 different questions, so I'm going to be answering about 30 of them for you guys today. And also, I just want to clear out one thing. One of you guys, and I'm not joking when I say this, asked me literally 100 questions. And I don't mind asking maybe 3 or 4 questions, maybe even 5, but 100? No way. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be answering 100 questions for you. I'm really sorry. But with that all out of the way, we can now get started with my Q&A. What does the furry fandom offer you personally? Why are you here? Well, I would personally say the reason why I'm in the furry fandom is because of the fact that it offers me the ability to help me express myself through my YouTube videos, because I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I feel like the furry community or the furry fandom has really helped me spring myself out there and getting my content out there for a lot of you guys. How long have you been a furry, and how did your family react when you told them that you were? I would say I've been a furry since about mid-2015 or so, summer 2015, and when it comes to my parents' reaction to it, they think it's weird, but they really don't care at the end of the day. They got other stuff to worry about rather than me being a furry. Hey Seether, do you think the furry fandom is growing? I personally believe that the furry fandom is definitely growing because of the fact that more and more people are going to the conventions like Anthrocon, BLFC, Midwest Fur Fest are getting to the 5,000-6,000 mark of people attending there, so it definitely does show a lot more people are getting interested in the furry community as a whole. Do you have any other personas or if your character looked different? Sorry, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty understanding what your question is. But if I have any other personas, I'm actually currently working on a new one named Valerie, which is a female bear, which I'm actually going to make a video on once she's done being developed and having all of her personality traits decided and having her final ref sheet made. Once I do get that done, I'll go more into that in a new video, so definitely watch out for that, guys. Can I have a shout out? And I am new to your channel. And who's your favorite furry YouTuber, and when did you start being a furry? When it comes to having a shout out, if you try to ask me for a shout out, unless I know you personally and you give me a good reason as to why you want to get a shout out, I'm probably not going to give it to you. I'm sorry. My favorite furry YouTuber I would personally say would probably be Quartz Husky. And when did I start being a furry? Once again, mid-2015. How did you find the furry fandom, and what got you hooked or made you stay in the fandom rather than leaving it? Well, I would say I found the furry fandom once I had an interest in wolves, and I met other people who had a fascination with wolves, and then those certain people had an interest in anthropomorphic styled wolves, and then I got into the furry fandom because they liked it of other animals in anthropomorphized styles, so that was a pretty cool way that I was able to get more in touch with the fandom. And I would say the overall artistic aspect is what has kept me hooked and kept me staying in the fandom for these past couple years. How did you come up with your fursona? Well, there's some really deep personal reasons as to why Seether looks the way he does, but if I had to go off of the core stuff that I'm comfortable with sharing, I really do like the color combination of pink, black, red, white, and blue. I always thought that those 5 colors fit really perfectly well with Seether, and I like the mixture of those, especially with red and black. Does your family know you're a furry? And if so, what was their reaction? Yes, they do know that my family is a furry, and their reaction overall was they really don't care. They think it's weird, but they got other stuff to worry about. Who is your furry crush? Cramchi, obviously, but if I had to go off of someone that I'm not dating, I would probably guess it would be AOE Pup, who is someone that a lot of people in the furry fandom know for his fursuit dances, which he's also known to do a lot of fursuit dance competitions at furry conventions, so he's pretty cool. What multiplayer game do you play? I don't really do a lot of multiplayer games or online gaming. I usually play games by myself or single player games, but I would say the game that I'd probably put the most online play in is Super Smash Brothers, mostly Brawl and Wii U. So yeah, I would say that Smash Brothers was my most fun experience when it comes to playing online with other people. And also definitely a lot of Mario Kart 8 online. That was a lot of fun too. Have you ever stolen art or traced? Well, I am not an artist personally, but when I tried to get into art a little bit a couple years ago, when I would practice, I would trace over certain images just for practice, but I would never repost something that wasn't mine originally. I would never do that. Do you have a fursuit crush? Yeah, I already kind of mentioned this. It's pretty much Cramshy because she's my girlfriend and all, but if I had to go over someone besides her, I guess AoE Pup. Here's a question. Gay? Oh, sorry, that's just me, my bad. Here's the real question. Who is your most favorite furry character in any game? I would probably say it would have to be Lucario from the Pokemon series, but if I had to go for the specific version of Lucario, it would probably be Lucario in the Super Smash Bros. Games. He looks extremely cool. Plus, he is super thick. What is your opinion on younger furs trying to get a start on YouTube? What should they do to get started? My personal opinion, I feel like if they want to get started within the furry fandom on YouTube, they should probably go and try to be passionate to themselves and really try to do new things all the time with their channel, and also at the same time try to have kind of an organization to it so that way it looks professional. And with a lot of people thinking that younger furries can't make good YouTube videos, it would be cool to be really young but also make really high quality videos. And also another thing I would say to them is to definitely work towards getting new equipment, but don't like feel as if you have to get all this new equipment immediately. Like, build yourself up over time. Do you agree that bunnies are the master race, and will you aid us on our quest to destroy, save, yes, save the furry fandom? No. What's the burp count at this point in this video? Also, what's a video game you haven't played but always wanted to try to play? I don't know how many, personally, I would say. In video games I've never played that I would definitely want to play, I would probably say it would be Undertale, because Undertale's a pretty cool game franchise from the looks of it visually. I don't know about gameplay-wise, but even though a lot of people dislike it because the fandom is kind of cringy, I still feel like it's a pretty good game to try out. Glad to hear that you have a Discord. My question for the Q&A is, what is your favorite make and or model of car? Me personally, it's a 1964 Buick Riviera with the 465 Wildcat engine. I really am not a car person whatsoever. If I had to say my honest to God favorite car, I guess it would be my own car, which is a 2010 Toyota Corolla Model S. But other than that, no, I'm not really into any cars really. I guess a Ferrari. This is the question, but what is the answer? Dog penis. What is your biggest dream? I would say my biggest dream would have to be a tie between two different things. One is to be able to see my girlfriend Cramshy and also live with her. And my second, I guess, would be earn 100,000 subscribers and get the silver play button. That would be a pretty cool dream as well. But I would say that being able to see Cramshy is probably more important in the long run, rather than just getting a freaking button. Who inspired you to be part of the furry fandom? I would probably say it would just be not a specific person per se, but I would say overall it would probably be just the fandom as a whole and people creating and expressing themselves artistically within the fandom with their personas and videos and artworks and music and such. If you have your own merch in the future, what could your merch be bought on? Artwork tee or something else? I never really thought about doing merch, but I guess if I would, I guess it would be on like Spreadshirt or something, I guess. What do you think about smaller furry YouTubers? Also, what do you think about foxes? Smaller furry YouTubers I think are kind of underrated. I do feel like there are a lot out there that don't make good videos at all, but there are definitely some that have a lot of passion to them, and even if they have issues with making their videos, if they try hard enough and strive to make videos as best as they can, they will end up, doing it well, and they will end up becoming greater content creators in the future. They just got to keep striving and be positive and keep working to improve with constructive criticism. And also, when it comes to foxes, they're pretty cool. Most of the times when I see a person with a fox persona, they tend to be a whore, so I'm just joking, oh my god. How did you get into the fandom, and what software and tools do you use for your videos? Well, I've already explained to you guys how I got into the fandom, so I'm just going to skip that one, I'm sorry. But the second one is, I would say that the software I use is Camtasia Studio 3, which is my video editing software, and other tools I use for my videos is I use a Diamond Multimedia VC500 to record standard definition gameplay for my gameplay channel, as well as using an Elgato HD60, so that way I can record high definition video gameplay footage for my gaming channel. I also own a Blue Yeti microphone that goes for about $120 on Amazon to record the audio portions of my video, and I also use a MacBook Air 2014 model to use as a laptop to make my videos altogether. And that's pretty much all the questions I have read for this Q&A. If you also left a question I didn't go on to reading it, I'm very sorry. I did not mean it out of any spite. It's just these were all the questions I was able to find and gather together. What do you guys think about this Q&A overall? If there's any other questions you need to ask me, leave them down in the comment section down below and I'll respond to them. Thank you guys so much again for 4,000 subscribers. It means the world to me. We might get to 5,000 soon if we keep growing at this rate. I would really appreciate it if that does happen. If not, if that's fine, I still appreciate you guys just subscribing altogether as a whole. If you enjoy my content and want to further help out my channel, please consider donating to my Patreon page, hitting that like button, turning on that notification bell, and subscribing altogether. I have been SeetherCord, and I will see you guys next time. So, goodbye everyone. 4K hype. Woo woo!